noticed YouTube. I just ran out of armor, roof planking, and the reason being is because I just used up 100. And the reason I'm doing it this way is so you guys can count. I have not burnt any pieces whatsoever. And so that's what we're tracking. At the end, there's going to be one piece that needs to be burnt. It's going to be that piece right there, but we're going to wait till we get there. We're not there yet. So the point in doing this is to be able to count all pieces. Okay, so I'm going to refill a 100 again, so it's very easy to track. Right now I've used 100 roofs, I've used 93 floor pieces or ceilings, and I've used 25 walls. So follow the pieces and you'll know where the build's at. And you'll know exactly how many it took of each to be able to build this. And you can see the order I'm doing them. Notice I put down the platforms for the cannons this time, put all the cannons down, then went around and built all the rest, because I've learned that's the fastest and most efficient. Alright, here we go. break a piece, you have to count for it and then make up for it later. So right now I know I've killed one ramp and I've killed one wall. I'm not sure. I had problems with this the last time too. I don't know, for some reason it's not in my head. I don't know exactly how it was in here. This part, I've built this ship 3 times and this part gives me a problem every time. I think I'm actually building it different every time. I really don't believe it's being built the same every time. It's been very problematic for me. 2 ramps and 2 walls, so we're going to replace those. There's the 2 ramps. There's the 2 walls, so we're caught back up. I may actually rebuild this. I may tear out a few more and have to replace them. I don't like how it's coming together. It's just not what I want. Yeah, let's see what happens if I tear this out and then replace it with maybe this. Although something tells me that doesn't work. Oh, it should work. That's 2. I mean, you can go 2 wide here. You can go 3 wide. Here's 2. Here's 3. The whole point is to give this room to get down. I'm going to pick that back up. I'm not 100% sold on how I'm going to do that yet. I always pretty much put this ramp down on the right side. It doesn't get in the way of the sails, so it's not an issue. You just can't put anything down the center. Anything down the center will get in the way of the sails, so you can't put anything there until the sails are on. I can shrink the lower platform. I can make it bigger. I think we're going to rearrange all this. I'm going to gut these pieces and then come back through and clean them up, I think, and re-add what I tore out. I'm thinking... Ooh, how would that look? Maybe I don't want to do it there. Maybe I want to do it here. Maybe that's the problem right there. Let's see what that looks like. Oh. Maybe the problem is I'm not going out far enough. Maybe I need to go 1 more wall, and that's 5 walls. And that may actually do it. That may be what I was looking for before. Granted, we put down 2 more. There we go. And there. Okay, that works for me. It pretty much... Oh, man, that's... Oh, jeez. I mean, it works. It's just... I don't know. I'll have to monkey with this later. You can join these pieces together in a variety of ways. This will work. You are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solid walls across there and 2 pieces of armor. So, I mean, I feel like the rear end of this thing is built like Fort Knox. I mean, it's just really strong, which is fine because the front end is getting a single layer of armor. So that's what we're going to run with. We're going to come over 1 more wall, just like we just did, and that'll work. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just really not what I expected. And again, it's different. I have built this ship 3 times, and every time I have done this area of it differently. So have some fun with it, you know. Cater it to what you guys like. That might not be right. Callie's over painting the castle and working on breeding. We breed bears and whatever we can breed every 2 days, so she's over there painting that up. It's kind of trippy when you're looking straight down at it. So yeah, if you guys seen in previous videos, we did, through some freak, I don't know if it was a bug or if it's just a freak mutation or what, but we ended up getting an alpha bear when we were breeding. Yeah, I know, right? And now we log back in and stuff, and since the latest patch and stuff, now it's not an alpha. It's still a ridiculously high level, but it's not an alpha, and we don't know how it happened. So it came out, and it wasn't an alpha, and then through some kind of server reset, we started back up again some other time, and then after like, what was it, 18.6x patches, and we logged back in again, and it was an alpha, and we couldn't breed it. And then we went through another patch or two, and then we could breed it. And so now we can still breed her, and she's still level 420, but now she's not an alpha. She's not glowing like an alpha, so we don't know, but it's just been this freak ride with this bear. So we're mating it like every few days and trying to get the best of the litters out and having a good time with it. Okay. Back to this. I should probably grab some doors. I need 5 doors. Put those on your list. And remember, everything we've broken, we've replaced. So we're breaking even. So as you're going through this video watching, you don't have to keep up with what's being broken. We are replacing those. What you need to keep up with is the totals. And remember, right now we're on our second set of roofs and we're on our second set of ceilings. Okay, so that's what you need to track. And this time we did put two entrances on either side of the broadside for quick access. So, alright, let's go. replace one. Put 4 repair hammers, 4 buckets, and at least 2 spy glasses and 2 grappling hooks in all my cabinets on the ships. There's only a couple cabinets. Usually I run 3, which is why this other one's sitting in there. It'll get placed later. The point is on any of my ships, you can always run to a cabinet, and you're always going to find emergency aid in cabinets. So it really does help crew find things very fast. Now the one downstairs in the very bottom where all the planks are, this one will get planks, regular planks, probably 20 of them. That way it can repair on this floor. It will never be replaced on this floor, always this floor. That's why they'll be down here. Up here, this one might get up to higher up. That one will probably get a handful of roof pieces, floor pieces, maybe a couple walls, just in case. So yeah. This is typical, okay? For the most part, with the exception of any other mod you want to do, I can go out and place that. Okay, we place that. We place our lion. And that's it. Nothing else is going to go on the outside unless you decide to do it. At this time, I didn't put... Last time, if you guys seen it, I had a huge X on the top here, and I used a bunch of pieces to put it together. I actually changed that in that now what I do is I actually do something more like this now. And then I will put a swivel gun in each corner. And they will go out like this. That way, this one here will go straight that way, and so on and so on. And then it gets the X all painted over top of it in the whole 9. But I used some more pieces down inside, so that's going to vary. And I'm not going to finish that. I'm not going to finish the swivel, none of that. I chose to not put that on this time because you guys may not run that. Okay, we've got to replace a wall now. You guys may not run that. And odds are you won't. I mean, that's kind of a logoed piece for me and the server and stuff, and so my username and the whole 9. So it's history for me. You guys can put anything up there that you want. Something that would probably help, and I'll throw it on this for now, so you guys can see it. It's not going on. Oh, that's why. It's going to go like that. No, that's not right, is it? No. I'm just going to leave it. If you guys want to put more armor in your front end, you can. If you want to double up these pieces here, you can. You can't double up the sides underneath the gun ports because they can hit. So if you want to double up more in the front, I notice when I'm out fighting, I will release it this time. We're not going to have it sunk again from accidentally deleting a shipyard like the last tragedy. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to go put some cannonballs in it and stuff and show you guys. Actually, no, I'm not. It's going to take too long to get crew and do all that. So, no demo this time. Maybe in another video after we get the rest of it sorted out. It will be going out. It's just not yet. And pretty exciting now that ships can be level 52 per the official patch that just went in. So we will have plenty for crew and for weight. So this is what I really wanted to show you guys. This, for the most part, this brig is done. You can put some variety of other stuff in it, you know, you can throw some more pieces on it, whatever, but this is the base Javelin. Okay, it's 10,000 pounds. So you are 2,000 pounds under your max on official. And so part of your leveling up has to go into weight, okay, for you to carry, because you guys know, right now, I just wanted you to see it before we put a bunch of stuff in it. This is the base build. This is before you throw in your ammo, and this is before you throw in your repair resources, and depending on how you guys run gold. The way I usually run gold, unless I'm going on a long trip, okay, what I'll do, I will throw like maybe 250, 300 gold in the resource container, right? And then what I do is back where I park my ships, okay, over in there, I have a hidden cache of gold that the ships in that area can feed off of. And what I do is I go refresh that so that when the ships are parked, they're always refreshing their crew. But when I go out in the sea, I only bring a couple 100 pounds of gold with me. Not real pounds, but like a couple 100 pieces of gold. So that my ship is not weighed down with tons and tons of gold. We're not out there for more than a few hours at a time. And then we come back to base, and when we park at base, guess what? They're parked by a larder with food so that the crew can all eat up. And that prevents from putting tons of weight of food on your ship. And they're parked by a resource container with tons of gold in it so that they are all getting fed and paid and stuff there. That is how you keep your gold and your food from overweighing your ship. Little pro tip. You don't need ridiculous amounts of gold on your ship when you're going to be out there a few hours. It's a huge waste. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what it's... We've already seen it's 10,000 pounds empty, pretty much. GFI, sheet, coin, and we're going to go probably, let's just go 300. There. We'll throw that in there. And let's take this out. We don't want anything in there when I start throwing pieces in there. In fact, the rest of this stuff on me is not even needed. If you guys want to run extra sails, run your sails. I know if you're running PvP, you should be throwing a few sails in there. So your weight's going to vary, okay? This is where I say your mileage varies according to what you're running. And that's the reality. Some of you are going to want another bed or two on there. You're going to level it that way. But I think for a lot of people, you're probably going to put primarily crew and weight. Okay? And you're going to want your weight because we all know these heavy cannonballs weigh a flip ton. Okay. Now let's start getting our cannonballs. Alright. Well, I forget you can't get 200 at a time. But we're going to run 200 bar. Oh, wrong container. Callie's excited. She's got 2 new baby horses. Okay, there's 200 bar. Okay, that's 100 shots out the rear end of that thing. That's going to last a while. Alright, so now let's go over here and get... I know, we can only do 50 at a time. Let's get cannonball underscore L. And I think we're going to run... I don't know. You guys will probably run more. But just for the sake of... I'm just going to call this like an entry... amount, okay? We're going to run 200. We're going to run 200 heavy, 200 bar, right? And if you're running swivel guns up there on the deck or even down here, that's also why I recommend don't put the logo and stuff on top. You burn pieces. And you can change these floors. You don't have to do all this with these floors, right? I did this just so it was streamlined in here. You can put a ramp straight down, and the same thing in the front, and you can literally save yourself probably about a dozen pieces through here. Okay, I chose to do that. You guys don't have to do that. And you can save those dozen. You know why? Because when you got people jumping in right here, bam, underneath the deck, so he's protected from above. Right here, bam, swivel pointed that way. Over here, same thing, maybe even underneath here. The point is you got that door covered. Same thing up here, right? You put a guy over here in the middle, right here, and he covers this way, and that way. right? And you put another one up here, this way and that way. He covers the whole deck in here. 2 guys right there. So you're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pieces will cover the whole rear of your ship, the whole top deck in here, and then you come down in here and you can put some more. You want to put another 2 down in here? The point is you have the pieces to do it because you didn't build that logo on top. And so even if you use 16 pieces for all those swivels and you put another handful of guys, granted you're going to have to level your ship that way, right? Because we already know the ship has got 10 on each broadside, that's 20. You got 16 out the front, that's 36. And then you got 10 out the back total, that's 46. And you come with 16. So you need 30 crew, 30 more crew for cannons. Okay, because this thing is a beast. And if you put more on for swivel guns and all that, or what you might want to do is knock your broadsides from 10 to 8, right? And then in official, because you're spacing, you're not going to have 8 here, you're going to have 6. And the same in the front. So if we knock off 2 there, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You can knock 10 crew off of all these guns and put them all on swivels so that your ship is secure if someone tries to get in it. So just, you know, another option. Okay, what were we doing? We dropped the bar, we dropped the heavies ammo, and you see what we put, 200 apiece. Now we're at 11,714. Okay, we're not running weight sales, we're not running a handling sale. You guys want more handling? Drop a speed sale, put a handling. It's up to you. I run speed sales. I think the brig handles fine without it. So there we are at 11.4. So now let's start getting some repair in here. And I have a set amount I like to run for repair as a base amount. You guys want more? Accommodate that in your weight. Okay, we're going to put some metal. Okay, we're going to put some alloy. We're going to put some wood. We're going to put some thatch. We're going to put some fiber. And we're going to put some hide. Right? But we have all of this, but now we're only going to put... Okay, that's silver, right? Yeah. We're going to put 500 silver there, right? Those are silver ingots. That's what I can make here. That's why I'm putting those in. Okay, 500 metal, 500 alloy. What's the alloy for? The alloy is for fixing your cannons when they take damage. They will take a beating out there. Don't neglect them. You'll lose guns, and you'll wish you would have taken care of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2,000 wood. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2,000 thatch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fiber's really light. I run 4,000 fiber because you need fiber for both repairing wood planks and stuff and the repairs on the wood as well as the sails. And then I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll run 800 hide. Right? And that makes this total container, okay, with all those and that huge amount of metal and alloy in there, just over 2,000 pounds. So now let's look at our weight. Now our weight is at 13,744, right? Now I'm not standing on the deck yet, but I'm not going to stand on the deck because I have tons of weight on me. But you know you're going to have a couple hundred pounds on here from a person or two, okay, of crew. And you're going to have to account for that because your crew is going to cost some weight, right? So let's just round it. Let's just push it to 14,000. So you're going to need at least 2,000 pounds of a fully fit ship in order to run this thing out there, you know, fairly decent. And again, if you want to run more cannonballs, jack your weight up. If you want to run more resources, jack your weight up. But I think 14,000 pounds is totally reasonable. That means you need 2,000 pounds from leveling, which is 10 levels. And out of those 52 levels we all have now, you should be able to find 10 somewhere, right? In order to accommodate all that. However, I just forgot, I forgot. We removed 10 cannons, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we removed 10 cannons, and 10 times 140 pounds is 1,400 pounds. So let's drop this down 1,400 pounds, okay? So we're going to be at 12,335, 12,500 pounds. So that's just a hair over your 1,200, your 12,000 pounds, which is your 80 percentile on official. And so you're going to have to put some points into it, maybe 1,000 or so, which is going to be 5 levels then, right? And so you can totally do this. That's the whole point. This thing is totally possible on official. Easy. Easy. And so if y'all want a pro build out there for running warfare and stuff, granted, remember, this thing is not for running, okay? This thing is for war, all right? And I wouldn't recommend running it by itself. I would recommend running several of these together, and you guys will be an absolute monster out there. Okay, I guarantee it. The only way this thing fails is if the captain fails it, okay? And so if you guys run together and focus fire, you're going to decimate whatever you come up against, including galleons. Right? Don't go 1-to-1, okay? Go 2 and 3-to-1. Run 4, 5, or 6 of these and gang up on the galleons. Hit them with 2 or 3 or 4 of these at one time. If your other ones don't have a target, all of you pounce on one target. Destroy it. Some of you may even want to build a version of this. Okay, I'm going to call it the tactical cruiser. It's not the Javelin. It'll be a different version. It doesn't run heavy guns. It runs mediums, and it runs all bar shot. And the reason being is because it absolutely pops sails right off the deck. Okay, 1 minute it's there, the next minute it's gone. Okay, you run a tactical cruiser or 2 with a set of 6 of these total, maybe 1 or 2 tactical, and the rest heavies like this, right? You go in and you drop sails. So you run in packs of 3. Maybe run 2 of these heavies like this, 2 Javelins, and then 2 of your tacticals. Maybe we'll call those Polarises or something. And so run 2 Javelins and a Polaris. Run them in a group. Okay, and pounce on the same target, and you'll absolutely destroy stuff. Alright, the only way you get sunk out there is if you push the ship too far, if you're not getting your repairs done, or you're running it solo, right, and you're getting in over your head. Don't run them solo. These things are not fast. They can't run. So take care of the ship, and it'll take care of you. Alright, y'all, this is DC. Let's see, I don't think there's anything else we need to add to this build. I don't really think there's anything else to summarize. I put this together real quick. Let's add up how many pieces we use before we exit here. Alright. We have got... Oh, I didn't put the brace and stripes on it. Whatever. We'll paint it later. Okay. We know we have 3 sails. Let's see what we got here. We know we've got 3 sails. And we've got a lieutenant's platform. And we've got a helm. I've already added up all the miscellaneous, including all the planks. It's like and the front piece. That's 69. It's 69 pieces, I believe. 68 or 69. But the real number I was looking for is how many walls, how many floors, and how many pieces of armor, roof pieces, did we use? Okay, I can tell you right now. Okay, this is the final total. We used 117 roof pieces. Okay, 117. We used 146 floors. 146 floors. And we used 29 walls. Now here's the thing. It was 29 walls and we used 5 doors. Okay. Now this one here, remember I said we were going to pull it out? I'm going to leave it. Okay, because it was a keystone piece to holding the floor up. Because otherwise the floor is only held by the outer armor, right? And it's going to take a beating. So I'll leave that one piece in there as like a safeguard. If you guys want more supports in here, put them in here. I recommend more supports than 2 down each side. Okay, I have 1 there, right? But they're all connected. And so everything doesn't really start crumbling until it gets disconnected. And that's a lot of pieces you got to lose. And frankly, if your ship loses that many pieces, you should already have been out of combat. You should have already have had support. If you're running these things together, the only way these things get beat up that bad is if you run them prolonged. But there's 1 piece. There's 1. I recommend a minimum of 2 more down each side. Okay? But you guys go ahead and place those. In the current shape that this thing is, it used 117 roofs. Again, 146 floors and 29 walls. Alright, that's it. That's the Javelin. Hope you all have a good time with it. Like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one, which hopefully is going to be a demo of this ship. And hopefully it doesn't get sunk somehow like the other 2 did. See you in the next.